What's up, everyone? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. Today, we're talking some college football week 10. It's the Thursday slate, just one game up. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other contests go live. If you've done that, thank you. It actually helps us a ton. The primary sponsor of the show is Bet365. As you can see on the top of the screen, they have a deal right now where you can make your first deposit bet $5 on any game, whether it's a side or total. You'll get $200 in the form of bonus bets. But if you go to our site, Odd Shopper, under the promo section, you can still take advantage of Bet365. But if you click this link, you can also get one free month of our Tails Marketplace, any of the creators you'd like. It's the same exact offer. You're still getting the $200 in bonus bets, but you're also getting one free month. And this applies to any of the partners you see on the screen. There's a variety of them. You can stack these offers to get more than 1 month. I'm in there. Ben's in there. There's a lot of content creators in there that give you something for just about every sport and something you're looking for, whatever it may be. You must be 21 or older to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's go behind the glass to our live odds screen. Let's talk some Tulane and some Charlotte. Fun game here. Spread is 14.5, 15 points in most spots. The total in this game is sitting at 55.5. There's one rogue 56.5. I am interested in that, but first and foremost, let's talk about these two teams. Charlotte's been a disappointment after they went out and spent a fortune in the transfer portal, bringing in some high-profile transfers from Power 5 programs, highlighted by guys like Cartevious Norton from Iowa State. Hasn't worked out. They've only won 3 games this year. They played a little bit better recently. Memphis basically was the only game they did that. 33-28 was their margin of defeat. Prior to that, they got slaughtered by Navy. And Tulane has really answered the question every step of the way. Their only 2 losses are to Oklahoma and Kansas State. That'll happen. Those are strong P4 programs. Let's start with the Tulane side, the healthier team. Only player flagged for any sort of absences, Patrick Jenkins at defensive tackle. Unfortunately, he missed their last game, the death of his mother. I'm not sure if he'll be back, but there's a very deep defense, and at least it's not an injury situation we're dealing with. I would tentatively expect him to be. But across the board, this is the more talented team, at least on paper, so far this year. They have a great offensive line that's gotten healthier. They're 54th in pass blocking, 4th in run blocking. They run a semi-2 QB system. Ty Thompson comes in on very clear running situations. Otherwise, it's Mensa. He has 10 turnover-worthy plays. Only 3 have been converted to picks. That's really the only hiccup with him. 9.6 yards per attempt, 64.5% completion. Both are awesome numbers. This team is a great run game. They're 10th in overall receiving efficiency. It's a good offense. Plus, they're facing a defense on the other side, which is really banged up and really bad. More on that later. So Tulane should be able to move the ball. From there, this defense is surprisingly balanced. They're 25th overall. Their biggest weakness is in coverage. They're 69th there. I'm not sure Charlotte can exploit that. So right away, Tulane is the side that's interesting. It's a big spread. So we'll talk about the total a little later and why I have a little more interest there. But part of this stems from Charlotte playing way below expectation. This team is 115th in my power rankings. They have a quarterback problem. Max Brown has been atrocious for this team. They moved to Deshaun Purdy. I don't know who's going to start. I would assume it's Purdy after he outplayed Brown in their most recent game. They're different. Purdy can't run. He has negative 120 yards on the ground. Brown can run a little bit. The offensive line is actually pretty good, so I'm surprised that you have such wide negative rushing numbers for this team. 22nd in pass blocking. They are bad in run blocking, 107th there. They're actually not getting much out of their transfer running backs either. But when you move to Purdy, you have a much better offensive output overall in the pass game. 57% completion compared to 49 for Brown, 9.3 yards per attempt compared to 6.7 for Brown. Turnover-worthy plays are actually similar, but you do get more big-time throws with Purdy. His ratio is much better than Brown. So maybe the offense gets it done, but again, I don't think they have much success against Tulane's defense, which has been solid all season long. Plus, Charlotte wants to run the ball anyway. They only have a 47% pass rate. Tulane certainly wants to do that at 36. The big problem with the Charlotte side, even if you think they're semi-buy low, which I kind of do, their defense is horrible. They're 111th in total defense outside the top 100 everywhere. And they're super hurt. So this is probably part of the reason why they're so bad. Xavier Simmons at linebacker, Prince Bema at linebacker, Anthony Rumph at corner, CJ Burton at corner, Sammy Anderson at corner, CJ Klinkskill at safety, McGuire Neal at safety, Aotafase at defensive tackle. Those are all players that were either limited or missed time in their last contest. Some of them have been out for a longer period of time. That's a mixture of starters and depth pieces, but it's so many people from your two deep that it has become a major problem for Charlotte. So I think Tulane probably moves the ball to some degree. This team is extremely slow. They're 130th in pace. We mentioned their pass rate is really, really low. And then Charlotte's 99th in pace themselves. I have a lot more questions on them moving the ball. All this brings me to a total in this game. The 56.5 you see on this screen is pretty generous. It's not available to me, but that's a number I do like and would take. 55.5 is a little more of a conversation. That's the number I'm debating right now, but it is tentatively where I side in this game. So under will be the play. On a side, it's a two-laner pass, but probably just going to pass. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with the 3-gamer on Friday. Betting You is already up, myself and Ben Raza. Check that out. Leave a comment or follow me on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. DMs are open if you have a question. Until next time, good luck.